So when I don't sound well, I always take the blame.
I think you deserve some of the blame.
I did. I thought I did too, but apparently your fiddle faddling over there has something to do with it as well.
My fiddle faddling? That is the technical term, fiddle faddling.
Yeah.
I think I'm a fiddle faddle engineer.
That's why I sound shitty most of the time.
Two guys, one podcast. I am the lowest common denominator. What do you want?
I lose more and more respect for you every time we do this show.
Two guys, one podcast. The Sodom and Gomorrah podcast.
Yeah. I just turned it sideways, made time stand still.
Do you picture J.R. Ewing while you're having sex?
I don't do anything but talk.
Two guys, one podcast. And this is the podcast. Welcome to Two Guys, One Podcast. I'm one guy.
And I'm the other.
That's ridiculous. That's over the top. And this is the podcast. That's too much. I think the pendulum has swung now. We're going to have to correct that. You're too excited about the opening of this show.
I do like the opening of the show. And I like that it's not grammatically correct either. I don't know if anybody's caught that yet.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any emails. I assumed that we would get an email with some grammar Nazi be like, look, I like your show, and I don't mean to be that dick. But we're 15 episodes in now. At some point, you motherfuckers have to notice that you were saying it wrong.
Yeah. No one has.
You and I have had a discussion about it. When I made, on our Facebook page, facebook.com/2guys1pod, our cover image it's dialogue bubbles. And one says, I'm one guy. The other says, I'm the other.
That's not what I say.
And then there's a third that says, and this is the podcast. You insert another and.
Yeah.
Yeah, as if I don't have a follow-up thing to say. Where the whole, really the only reason we're doing a podcast is because one night I'm laying in bed at about 11 o'clock, and I thought of those, the name of this podcast, Two Guys, One Podcast, and then that opening, and I thought, that's funny. I think that's a funny way to open a thing. And I texted it to you, and you were like, okay. I was like, well, we should do it tomorrow. And you were like,
yeah.
You happen to be off the next day, and so we did, and it turned out to be reasonable. So anyway, here's my point. It's a fluke. It's a fluke of history that this thing exists, and it's because I thought that little turn of phrase was humorous, and you've said it wrong 17 times now.
Every time.
I think you have to always say it wrong at this point.
Yeah.
I don't, I've never tried to correct you on it. I did mention it one time. I was like, you say it. And you were like, yeah, I noticed.
No, I like saying it that way.
I think it fits you. I think it says something. What it does is it takes my idea and it puts your spin on it is what it does. It's perfect. It's exactly what this podcast is. It's awesome.
You got to look real deep to get the meaning.
Nobody looked deep enough to get the grammar problem, so I don't think anybody was looking deep enough to find the meaning in it either. We've mentioned a couple of times on the show, just in passing, that you and I and our mutual friend play Settlers of Catan. It's a board game. For those that don't know, it's a German board game. The Germans, if you're not a follower of the board game world, Germans are very big into board games.
Apparently.
They have a ton of conventions and conferences. They have a ton of home inventors, people that are just sitting in their basement trying to think up new board games that people haven't invented already. And then they play them with each other, and they have clubs or whatever, and then they hold award shows and stuff for the best one.
And they wonder why they're no longer the superpower.
The Germans?
Yeah.
Because they've devoted themselves to the perfection of the board game?
No, I mean, that's what their population's doing now, apparently.
Look,
I can go to work. I'm going to try to invent a board game.
When a population is responsible for genocide, it's really hard for them to wrap their minds around another aggressive pursuit. Board games probably exactly where they wanted to be.
We are stupid people and follow the Nazi fuck. We give world a board game.
Hey, look, I'm happy for Settlers of Catan. It's a great game.
Apparently my German grew up in Russia.
Yes, that's all right. I think we long ago established, the third podcast, we tried to do our Australian accents. We don't do
and we
impressions.
keep doing them, right? Yes. But we keep doing them.
Well, they're terrible. I think it's expected. Like the rest of this podcast, it's not very good. That's really the key. Just put in a mediocre day's job, and then get home. That's our motto around here. We should crochet that hanging on the wall in the studio. We were talking about how shitty I am at Settlers of Catan. You and I and our mutual friend, we've been playing now for a year.
Mm-hmm. Close.
He gave us this board game. It was something he and his family played together, right?
Yeah, and I think we've played it 60 plus times.
Yeah. We go through phases where we play a ton, or did anyway.
And then we got a podcast.
Yeah, then we got a show instead. We got hobbies. We got a different hobby. It's a lot of fun. It plays kind of like, if maybe you've played Risk before. It's not exactly a world domination game, but it is a game where you're on an island and you settle the thing, and it's about trading resources and trying to build your settlement up versus the other player's settlement. You build up to a certain number of points and you win the game. Every game's different because the map changes. That's like the
So I don't think
hook.
we need to go into the minutia of the rules.
No, I don't think so either.
If they care, they'll look it up. If they don't care, I don't care. They don't care.
I agree. The point is that every single game is a little different. It's very simple. You can pick up the rules right away, and yet because every game is different, there's a whole lot of complexity of like strategy and different ways to play and different. Anyway, we got serious about the game. In about a year, where all three of us have full-time jobs. He's a full-time student. You and he are both married. He and I both have multiple children. We've still been able to fit in 60 games. 3 grown men have played 60 times or so. We like it a lot. You win almost all of the time.
I'm a lucky guy, man.
Yeah, but at this point, it's a statistical anomaly. Really, if we brought statisticians in, if we brought number people in to look at this thing, I think they wouldn't believe us. I think they wouldn't believe our record keeping.
So out of 60 games, how many?
They would say you were cheating.
So out of 60 games, there is that. Out of 60 games, I've won how many?
I think we said the other night, our mutual friend has picked off like 7 or 8 victories total.
Yeah.
And in the standard version of the game, he's only won maybe twice or 3 times. So like we're talking about out of 45 games the three of us have played, you've won 40 of them probably of the standard game. That's not you are lucky. That's true.
Yeah.
You are maybe even better at this game than he and I are. Than he and I are? There's some grammar issues in that sentence. I think if not, it's just overly complex. But even assuming those things, it doesn't seem to be possible that you would be 40 games better than either one of us. By the way, I've only managed to win 1, and that was a game in which we had a 4th player. Playing just the 2 of you, I've never won a single time. We've played 60 times. I've lost every one of them.
Which I think is a larger anomaly than me winning 50 of them.
I can, maybe it's just because it's me, I can believe I am that terrible. I cannot believe you are that good.
Oh. I think, dude, I am lucky and I play games well.
Another thing that we've established on this show is that I don't like to do things that I don't like to do. There's a Roger Miller song to that effect even. Things that I'm not good at.
You don't like to do.
Yeah, I just don't pursue them. Like golf. I had a bunch of friends that were into golf when I was in high school. I tried a little while. That's why you're celibate? That's why I'm celibate?
I tried to sneak that in there while you were talking.
Dirty bastard. No, I wasn't good at golf. And so I just gave it up. It was I'm like, fuck that. I'm good at lots of things. In my life, I found very few avenues that I've pursued interests in and not found at least some success in. So to me, it's just wasted effort to do. Like if I don't have a natural ability for something, I just don't do it.
I think the doing of anything, whether you're good or bad at it, is worth doing for the experience, for the learning experience.
Here's what I've learned through playing Catan 60 times and losing every single motherfucking one of them.
The dice are loaded?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Last night, we at least got a glimpse into that possibility. We played our mutual friend, and one of your coworkers. We played last night. To begin the game, you have to roll dice to see who goes first, right? Everybody rolls one dice.
Yes.
We rolled all the way around the board. You called all 4 rolls. That, again, it's like the beginning of, what is it, Waiting for Godot? Where he flips the coin?
No, that's Rosencrantz and
Guildenstern are dead. Yeah. It's just not, it just doesn't happen. We've gone beyond the bounds of our physical realm. You may be like the convergence of some sort of catanic force.
Catanic force. No, I'm just lucky. That's not the only game it's like that.
I mean,
for me,
you win every game of Monopoly too. Maybe we should start playing other games.
Like I win a lot. I win a lot, man. I'm a winner. I win at various games. Let me tell you.
That's going to get clipped, by the way.
I'm a winner.
I'm a winner.
Have you ever heard of the game Mancala or Mancala? I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but
I've seen it in stores. I didn't know how to pronounce it either, so I didn't buy it.
Yeah, me and a friend started playing it like on the reg, man. Right. We played it a lot.
You give me shit for BT dub, but you use reg a lot, by the way. Who shortens regular to reg?
I didn't even know I said it.
You said it. You say it a lot. You text it and you say it too. By the way, I'm just saying I get BT dub, then you get that one.
I also have trouble saying R's.
Oh,
so
you don't want to. You just cut off all the end of the word.
Thanks for making fun of my handicap.
Speech impediment.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Asshole.
Making fun of handicapped people since 1981.
Anyway, so back to Mancala or
yes.
Mancala. However, we played it. She never beat me. I don't think she ever beat me.
Right.
We played it at work. We played it at her house. She never beat me, and I beat most people I played.
Your streak finally pushed me too far one night. The reason why it's notable that we've been playing again.
Feelings got hurt, man.
You and our mutual friend found yourself at a crossroads at which, caught up in your own battle,
you were going to win the game.
I was about to win the game imminently.
Yeah,
for
we
the
knew.
First time.
Yeah, when it got your turn again, we both knew
this thing is about to happen.
Yes,
you made an underhanded and uneven trade with him to allow him to stall me and therefore prolong the game, giving both of you, a chance to continue.
Make no bones about it, we were in cahoots.
Oh yeah,
but you knew it. We told you. We knew. We're like, hey, we're about to fuck you. We said it.
I just couldn't believe that you would do it. I literally couldn't imagine that you would do it.
You want to know why I've won so many games?
Because
I play to win. I play to win the game, Joel.
You play to win the game.
I mean, I play to win the game, other guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm the other guy. Fuck. This is so hard.
That's all right. I'll beep it. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm out there now. I mean, you can find me on Twitter, for instance, at the Drunken Rogue.
Shameless.
You guys cahooted, and you beat me, and I got cross and cursed the two of you out.
Yeah, you were pissed.
As no good so-and-sos. And like grabbed Honey Bun in a
and left
like Kanicki and
Rizzo.
Fucking Rizzo fashion, yeah, and stormed out like, "Are you coming with me?" Toots, get in the fucking car. I mean, literally, it was like,
yeah, you just fucking left, man. It was the really opposite of me going to bed.
Yeah, yeah. There was nothing sly about it. I was dramatic and loud. It's a move that I never in a million years would have imagined myself making. Like I thought I was
really.
It was too cutthroat. It was the ideal. I was like, you guys have both won multiple times. You know that this has been weighing on me. We had all been talking like it felt like it was imminent. Like I'd had several good games in a row.
Drew Brees got a Super Bowl ring. Does he want another?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. But Drew Brees doesn't have 60.
If he had 60, would he want another?
Yes. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I guess, yes, he still wants it. The players aren't supposed to collude. You did something that wasn't in your best interest at the time.
It was in the best interest. It was in my best interest because after my turn, you would win and I would lose. Anything that kept that game going past your turn was in my best interest.
So here's what happened.
Dude, we've talked about this.
I know.
I think people are inherently not good people. I prove it every time we play this game. And yet, you are surprised every time I fuck you over.
So you and I have been doing this show about 12 weeks or so. And you, me, and our mutual friend are hanging out one night at your place watching movies. And I'm like, guys, just so you know, and I say it right before I leave, all dramatic, like again, I think I'm about ready to play Catan again.
Yeah, because we didn't, after that night, after
we
you
didn't
got
play.
pissed.
I told her. I apologized
We didn't even,
to
not
both
only
of
did
you.
we not play, we didn't fucking talk about it.
Well, we didn't talk at all for almost a day. And then I texted both of you the next day and apologized. And then I talked to you later that week. We hung out sometime later that week. But when I apologized and then when I talked to you both separately later, I made it clear. I was like, yeah, we just can't play that game anymore for a while. Like,
Yeah.
I understand and I overreacted completely and I'm sorry, but that game got under my skin and I can't handle it, obviously. And, maybe there's a reason I don't do things that I'm not good at, for instance. Maybe I'm a sore loser and I should just not do things where I lose.
I think I'm a good winner.
You are a pretty good winner. I tell you what, you're terrible when you're behind. That's when you're really bad. You are so psychological in your games. Reverse psychology and insidious downplaying of your own abilities and building up animosity towards other players. You play with all that shit.
Yeah, that's. I mean that you have to. But here's the thing: is whenever you I am the most amiable player to play with.
Well, I will say that yes, you're more fun to play at the table with than either me or our mutual friend. I'm sure that's true.
No, but I'll make trades if I'm behind.
Oh, you make trades.
I'll make trades
period.
if I'm ahead.
You make trades, period.
Whether you cut me off or not. Sometimes he'll cut you off, and you for a couple of rounds you just won't trade with him.
I got to pay you back now.
Yeah,
fuck you.
I don't hold on to that at all. I'm playing to win. If you're trying to be, I understand you're trying to beat me. You are going to try to cut me off. You're going to try to limit my resources. That's your job. You're supposed to do that. I don't hold it against you.
So for 12 weeks or so, I've been in this room listening to you spout your philosophies on life. And apparently some of it wormed in. Because once we started playing again, you, me, and Honey Bun were at the table the other night. She's on a roll. She's played now maybe 3-4 times.
She's
her third or fourth game.
She has a very, very, very strong position.
Not a very strong position. She's got. We believe she's got the cards in her hand to win.
She's
the
pretty
game.
much going to win the game. Yeah.
And you and I made exactly the same trade that you and our mutual friend made that I got so angry about.
And it was completely your idea.
Yeah, I'm the one that suggested it. In fact.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, we're about to screw you with your pants on, just so you know. I'm real sorry about it. It happened to me one time. Sitting on the other side of the table, I now understand why. The fact of the matter is, she is an inferior player to both of us.
And if you keep taking it easy on her, she'll never get better.
It could not be allowed to happen. We were looking in the other direction, and she was about to win.
Yeah.
I didn't have to win, but in that moment, she could not be allowed to. So, what I'm saying is, I feel a little bit like I've now settled for the dark side of Catan. I've become more like you.
You want to take a bath?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
She wasn't even mad though. I'll say that. She's a much better loser than I am.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's only played 4 or 5 times.
That's true. That's the other thing. If you flip it around, and I ask you then, lose 30 times in a row, 40 times in a row.
I wouldn't. I don't. You're asking me to imagine the impossible. You know who imagine themselves losing that many times in a row? Losers.
Asshat.
I can't do it.
So, you started working out today.
Yeah.
Running?
Yep.
It's my inspiration, right? No.
It's your inspiration? Oh, for losing the weight?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No. My wife and I, we've taken in my niece, and she's 14, and so she started school today.
Right.
And she got home, and I mean, she's a
14-year-old girl.
Yeah, she has a poor self-image of herself.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Self-image of herself? Two selves?
Well, no. I mean, imagine that a 14-year-old girl in America has a poor self-image.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a very good self-image. I mean, she's not fat, but she's just a thicker girl.
Yeah.
Right? Ain't nothing wrong with that if that's what makes you happy.
Yes. Well, and if you feel good at that size, and if you're comfortable at that size, and you can do the things that you want to do, and your body is, you got to be in tune with your body, man. Like I'm very much that kind of guy.
She's not
happy where she is. Yeah.
At all.
She doesn't feel
right.
satisfied.
And I mean, she could get some health benefits from losing a couple of lbs, right?
Yeah. Or it just toning and
it would just help her. It would just all around make her a healthier person. Man, I realized now that she's in my life every day now. That I got certain responsibilities now that I didn't have before. Being a good role model, right? I'm a horrible role model of health, right? Like I got to this point somehow, and it wasn't being healthy.
Yeah, you're a muncher. You're a grazer.
Yeah, I graze all day, man, and
it's not like celery and carrots.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's becoming that now.
Yeah,
right. A lot of apples at my house now.
That's awesome, man.
So I realized for me to give her any lasting advice or any meaningful conversation for her to learn by, for me to teach, I have to do.
Yeah, you got to show. Yeah. Don't tell.
Yeah. So I've started eating healthier. Started working out, ran today. Let me tell you, the most frustrating part about working out again is the image you have of yourself of when you were last in shape, right?
Like you remember what it was like to be able to run and to not be immediately fatigued.
Yeah, I'm like I'm gonna work out for like an hour a day, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to plan my workout. I'm like, I'll run a couple miles, I'll do some stairs, some sprints,
and you don't get through the first thing.
I don't even get a mile. So, new plan of attack. I run an assisted mile.
Right. What is an assisted mile? Can you carry a walker with you?
No, look, it makes me feel better to think. It makes me feel better.
Do you have a scooter?
No, it makes me feel better to say I run an assisted mile instead of I was on the elliptical.
Oh. Yeah, because run an assisted mile. Ask that. Again, I call bullshit. You told me I ran today, and I had the vision of you.
Hold on, I'm not done. Wait till I finish the story before you start judging.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Just let me finish.
All right. Fair enough.
So
I'm jumping to conclusions.
Yes. So I run an assisted mile.
Okay.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
No, you know what it sounds like? I envision like the large orderly from like
carries me half the lap.
It's Michael Clark Duncan. That's Michael Clark Duncan in an orderly's uniform from the hospital, from the nursing home, has come to assist you in your mile. He's like you're jogging, but it's old man slow jogging, and he's like walking beside you.
You're not being very supportive.
Steps. I'm just saying when you say assisted mile, no, assisted running. That doesn't sound better to me than I use the elliptical.
Well, if you ever run a mile on an elliptical and then try to run a mile, that elliptical fucking tricks you. That is not a mile.
No, you don't have to tell me that. I've run in organized fashion on the road before. The whole point is that the road does not give back. The elliptical, just like running on a treadmill, there's bounce back, there's swing. It
Look,
gives.
I got you. All I'm saying is it's not the same. It's assisted running.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough. I suppose that's as good a definition as any. Assisted running.
Look, an elliptical will make you feel toward running what playing Tiger Woods will make you feel toward golf.
I don't have the delusions that when I play Madden that I can beat Drew Brees.
No. But it's different in golf. I played Tiger Woods.
You lined up this stick with that one?
Oh, yeah.
And then you hit the A button at the right time on the power meter, so
Yeah.
you think that you should be able to play in Augusta?
Not necessarily that, but I should be able to play the game. Like I'm horrible at it. I still play it. I'm very bad at golf.
Wait, why do you continue to play it then?
Because I'm real good at drinking.
And you play golf for business. I mean, you discuss things with men and make deals and such and continue.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Monetary relationships together on the golf course, like men of fortune do.
Dude, I'm a horrid golf player. I'm a fabulous guy to play golf with.
Yeah, I imagine you're a lot of fun on the golf course. You probably look good in the outfit too. You carry a glove well.
Oh
right? Yeah. You look good with the gloves. Look, man, if you throw a bag across your shoulders and carry it properly, it's really 85% of golf. That's what I remember from high school.
Who the fuck carries a golf bag?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm poor.
Yeah, you know how much harder drinking would be if you had to carry your golf bag? That's the best part of my game. So, I don't want to handicap myself.
What do you have a caddy, or do you just use the cart? You leave it
Yeah,
on the
you
cart
just use
the whole time?
Yeah, you just use the cart.
So you don't even get in the walk.
No. What? You try to play 18 holes, carrying a golf bag, and an ice chest full of beer. That shit's difficult.
Well, yeah,
you need the cart.
I guess I wouldn't carry the 18. I mean, I guess I wouldn't carry the ice chest full of beer. No, I mean,
yeah, like if I was on a golf course and they laid out golf clubs,
right,
and an ice chest, and said you had to walk the 18 holes, I'm taking the ice chest
and leaving the golf clubs.
I'm not even taking the golf clubs.
Like, here, I'll just take this one wood and this putter.
No, fuck that. I'll just take a 7-iron. Anybody can hit a 7-iron.
There you go.
I'm 75 yards away. Using my 7-iron. I'm 150 yards away.
Give me the 7-iron.
I'm using my 7-iron.
I'll hit it twice as hard and expect to hit it again.
I'm 300 yards away. Give me my 7-iron.
Boy, that'd make it cheaper for me to put a set together, though.
Yeah. I use it for everything.
What if I just got a 7-iron and then a bag that had like hidden compartments for beer, and then I could carry the bag?
They do have bags that have beer.
Well, see,
that
there
have
you go.
Beer holders in
I
them.
can carry the bag, and you carry the 7-iron for the two of us.
That's it. Just the boat. People would lose their shit.
Dude, there's a 7-iron and a 12-pack.
There's a couple of guys on the golf course. They're really not. I mean, are they retarded? Who?
I got a 7-iron and a rolling cooler.
Is it redneck day at the golf course?
Oh, I'd be wearing my Toms, so I don't think they'd mistake us for rednecks.
Really?
I don't have any other shoes than Toms.
Oh, that's true.
I do have. I have one pair of sneakers left.
Fucking
but they're like
dirty
dress
hippie.
sneakers, and they don't have any soles.
Neither do hippies.
It's true. It's damn true. All right, we got some listener mail.
We rambled a lot just now.
Yeah, that's all right though.
I'm a rambling man.
I'm a rambling guy. I'm rambling. No, you're not a Steve Martin fan? No. Or my impression was just so lucid and far-fetched, the reference.
I didn't have a clue what you were doing.
That's all right.
I let you do it, though. It brought joy to you.
I appreciate that. It did.
And you realizing
Steve
you didn't
Martin's.
realize what the fuck you were doing brought joy to me.
That's true.
DeVale is here! Ooh!
This email is from Chewy.
Why do we keep
wonderful.
trying impressions? I think I sounded like I was drowning.
I like it though.
But specifically, I was drowning on fucking Cheese Whiz. Easy Cheese is choking me.
Oh my God, that's awesome. That's awesome in so many ways. Chewy says, I went to high school with Chewy, by the way. Chewy and I, let me tell you a story about Chewy.
I think everybody has Chewy as a friend. I have a friend, Chewy.
Do you?
Yeah. He didn't go to high school with you.
I never would imagine this guy is a Chewy, by the way. I guess it kind of suits him. He and I both hated the cafeteria at our high school.
what the what, are you boycotting it on the weekends?
No, we're boycotting it during the week. It was honest to God, it's the first thing that we bonded over was the fact that neither one of us liked to go to the cafeteria.
You throwing Molotov cocktails through the window during lunch period?
No, I'm going to tell you how we protested. Here's the deal. Okay, so we've already established, it's in episode 3, I believe. You can go back and listen to it, alternate pronunciations, that I don't eat anything. I eat like a handful of things, none of it healthy. He eats regular food. That's not the issue. He just doesn't care for cafeteria food, or didn't at the time. The way that our school was set up, you go into the cafeteria and eat, and then afterwards you would adjourn into the gym, and you'd sit on the bleachers and stuff and hang out for the rest of your lunch period. You could talk and visit and whatever it is that you did.
So apparently you went to like a school for vampires.
Why?
Hey, after lunch when we could actually get some physical activity or be in the sun. No, that's too much.
There wasn't a place to go and sit outside. There's not a place that they would let you go and sit outside. And we had a closed campus. You weren't allowed to leave.
Who doesn't have a closed campus besides college?
Lots of places.
What high school?
Lots of places had open campuses.
I'm not talking about seniors. I'm talking about what high school has an open campus
in general
for anybody but seniors who
I guess nobody. I guess you're right, nobody.
Did you ever cut class?
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You had to go to a movie?
Maybe one time to go to a movie. Most of the time when he and I would cut class together, we'd just go down the street and go eat lunch.
No.
We'd go get fast food.
I cut class one time.
Yeah.
To go see a movie.
What'd you go see?
I can't fucking remember.
You don't even remember what it was?
No, I don't.
Your junior year, senior year? Maybe that would help pin it down if what it was.
I want to say it was an Adam Sandler movie. I think we cut class.
Really? Like to go see Billy Madison or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Gilmore? I don't remember
yeah,
which one
something.
of those.
Hell, it may have been Tommy Boy, to be honest with you. Like 3 or 4 of us just didn't come to school until like fucking 5th period.
Huh. Yeah.
Why fucking show back up?
To flaunt the fact that you have skirted the system that day.
Obviously, they didn't care.
Yes.
We were never asked about it.
Well, that was our deal, too. Like, we would make these illicit runs. Like, he and I and my girlfriend at the time, the 3 of us a lot, would skip, and we'd run down the street to McDonald's or whatever and grab lunch. And it was like...
skipping school to eat.
Fuck the man, yeah, like we were outlaws.
Like, did you miss
Robin Hood.
Did you skip class time, or is it just you just skipped that lunch period and went to go eat and then came back?
No, we skipped class a few times, and then of course, like senior year, there was at least one organized senior skip day, like where everybody took off and we all had a party or something.
I don't remember being in school a whole lot my senior year.
The original point of this thing, though, was Chewy and I. The reason why we started being friends in the first place, we wouldn't go to the cafeteria. We'd go straight to the gym. And in the gym, there was a loft, like a loft area with tables and stuff. Just listen to I'm not describing the architecture of the building properly, but above the gym, there was this loft area. You could go up in there. There were vending machines is the point. There were Coke machines and like snack machines.
Living off of Little Debbie's, huh?
No. I tell you what I'd eat every day. Doritos. I'd get 2 bags of Doritos, 2 of the little bags of Doritos, and a can of Coke. That's what I would have every day for lunch. I don't remember what Chewy had, but we were not friends. We sat near each other in class, whatever. It was a small class. I knew his name. He knew my name, but we did not hang out except for we happened to sit in the loft every day. And it's like you can only stand there and stare at each other for 2 or 3 days before you go, hey, man, what do you like to do?
Your weirdum
Yeah.
goes way the fuck back.
Yeah, you have no idea. We've talked about this.
But
since
the situation,
I was an infant.
But the situation to where your weirdum forces you to meet another pretty weird guy, sounds like.
He's not that weird a guy.
And then the awkward moments of y'all being up there and realizing we're fucking up here every day.
We should talk.
And we should talk.
Well, I don't think it took us like a month or anything.
But it doesn't. Shut up. It does. Whose story are you telling here?
Mine.
I'm rewriting it.
All right, then.
Like one day you're sitting there eating your Doritos, and he's like, Doritos, huh? As you slowly put one in your mouth and just chew, saying absolutely nothing, just staring awkwardly at him.
He's a good guy. He's married now, has a kid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He got normal, I guess.
Yeah. All right, so Chewy writes us, finally caught up on all the podcasts as I'm driving back and forth to NOLA for work. Awesome job and just absolutely hilarious. Just wanted to agree with you on Kathy Ireland and wanted to toss Cindy Crawford's name in there as well. She was
Really?
in those. Yeah, that's what he says. Here's my deal with Cindy Crawford. I like her a lot, and he's right. She was in a lot of those swimsuit editions.
Oh
along
yeah,
with
yeah,
Kathy.
yeah. I mean, she was huge.
Like Kathy Ireland, great big eyebrows. I've not looked at a picture of Kathy Ireland in a while until we brought her up on a few podcasts ago, and I looked at a lot of pictures of her while I was looking for some to post on our Facebook page. She got great big thick eyebrows.
But I think
it's just very common of the age.
Right. I think that's a commonality.
Cindy Crawford, of course, is the mole, right? That's
Yep.
her big famous feature or whatever. And did she do Pepsi commercials? Was that her breakout? I want to say she anyway.
I was out playing during this time.
He says there was I've forgotten. He reminds me. I forgot a hot teacher at our school. There was one other. I had one in mind who's in town, by the way. That's what I forgot. She lives here. I bumped into her at like a fast food joint the other day. She tapped me on the shoulder, and I literally went speechless. She's in her 40s now. I'm a grown-ass man. I still went speechless.
Did she still make you go from 6 to midnight?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
right.
yeah. Yes, still did it. He reminds me of another one, though. I'm going to call her Mrs. Roommate's mother. She's Stifler's mom is what she is.
All right.
Because he ended up living in college with one of her sons, who was roughly our age. He was a couple of years younger. He said they used to give him shit all the time, though, about having the hot teacher mom. Literally, they'd go in the room and play Hot for Teacher really loud and joke about wanking off to Stifler's mom.
They would only do that once to me.
We've established, though, that your mom's not a pinup mother, exactly. That wasn't an issue that you had. Not an issue that I had either, by the way. I love my mother. The Stifler's mom thing was never.
No, I'm saying they would say it once. It'd be all ha ha, funny, funny.
Then you'd tarball them.
Then they'd wake up with no eyebrows.
They'd have the opposite of the Kathy Ireland and Cindy Crawford issue.
Oh yeah, I'm not even.
You don't play about mama?
No, I don't believe in proportional retaliation at all. If you do something small to me, I will do something horrible to you.
That's the Chicago way.
Yeah.
All right. We also heard back from the Deathless Wonder. He says, I really enjoyed.
I gave him a theme song.
I really enjoyed last week's show. I realized while listening I should start taking notes during the show so I won't forget the funny things I want to comment on. But as a lazy listener who often listens while driving, I don't see that happening. One of the topics that got me reminiscing was the one about a teacher or an adult that had a profound effect on your life. Other than my parents, my karate instructor taught me more life lessons than any other single individual.
Of course, a man who religiously plays Dungeons and Dragons, has 17,000 comic books,
would rank his sensei as the most important.
Yeah. Of course, the most important person in this guy's life is his karate instructor.
I've been working on my nunchuck skills.
Yeah, now I picture like he fits perfectly in the movie Foot Fist Way now.
He says, I started karate when I was 8 and was really a shy, introverted kid. My dad worked with my teacher, my sensei, at the local steel mill. He was an old school guy that was blessed with a lot of patience. He had a unique look and was very easy to pick out of a lineup. He was 5'3" or so.
A criminal.
Yeah, he was 5'3" or so and weighed about 160 pounds. He loved to ride motorcycles, looked every bit of a biker, with a chest-length beard and a ponytail down to his waist. His voice was deep and gravelly in the beginning. I think he's going in a little deep here on painting the portrait of it, by the way.
With a Mickey Mouse tattoo on his right ass cheek.
No, his voice was deep and gravelly, and his arms were soft and tender when they held me. No.
Does it really say his voice was deep and gravelly?
Yeah, his voice was deep and gravelly, and at the beginning, he would make me cry just by talking to me. Oh, his point was that he was scary. I forgot here. It's been a while since I read this email.
Maybe it's what he was saying, like, hey, little boy, take off your pants.
Yeah. He said, I was a little pussy when I was 8. I had the opportunity to learn from him for the next 10 years, and he taught me how to control my emotions and become more assertive with others.
No.
The Deathless Wonder is
a liar, is a bald-faced liar.
You're saying he can't control himself?
He has difficulties controlling his emotion.
Oh, all right, then. Other guy calling you out, Deathless Wonder. He taught me the world's a wonderful place, but you have to be aware of your surroundings and be prepared that bad things can happen quickly.
It sounds like some kid training to be in a comic book. Like a kid grows up loving these comic books,
Right.
And so he decides he's going to become the Deathless Wonder, and so he goes training for 10 years.
Nice.
with a biker sensei
goes in.
who may or may not be a Hell's Angel.
Yeah, that's right. He's a reformed Hell's Angel.
Yeah, he's a reformed
He's
Hell's
like
Angel.
He killed a man, and he's like, I took it too far.
Yeah. Now he's
Walk the earth like Cain.
exactly. Yeah, come here, grasshopper. Like that's exactly what's going on.
He says he ran into his sensei not too long ago, and he had a black eye. The guy's in his
Nice.
70s now. He says, I asked him what had happened, thinking that he had an accident or something. He just chuckled and said he was sparring with some youngsters at the dojo. The man's 70 years old, and he's still putting up the fisticuffs there. He was a badass when I was 8, and he's still a badass almost 30 years later. Thanks, guys, for the podcast, The Deathless Wonder. Our next one, Eaglet Joe wrote in, by the way.
Sweet.
She hadn't written in a while, but this one I thought was interesting.
I think she hates me.
No, she doesn't hate you. Although my first roommate in Arizona,
Does she hate me?
no, she hates the name Eaglet Joe. She wrote me and she was like, stop saying Eaglet. You have to come up with a different name for her. I don't fucking care if she suggested that.
So she was with me on this whole thing.
What? Did I say it like Eaglet?
No, it's just tough to say, man.
It is a tough word to say. Eaglet. Come up with a better name for her then. She's Honeybun's sister. Does that
Sticky
make her-
Buns?
Sticky Buns?
No, we're
No.
not going with that.
No, she doesn't want to be Sticky Buns, I don't think. There you go. All right, it's on you, Honeybun's sister. You come up with a
No,
better
fuck
name
it.
for yourself.
No, it is what it is. Eaglet Joe. It is what it is.
It is what it is, and my first roommate's just going to have to get over the fact that Eaglet Joe sounds bad coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, and that you must really hate your ex roommates because you've said Eaglet Joe like 14 times, knowing this person's going to listen to it and it's going to drive them nuts.
I just want to make sure that she comments on it, that's all.
Wait,
what she has
your
to
first
say.
roommate was a female roommate?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Huh.
She was awesome, man. Here's something. This is from Eaglet Joe. I have been listening to y'all every Sunday ever since I started dating my current boyfriend. It's worked out well, mostly because y'all get me through my drive as I'm collecting my backpacking badge.
Oh,
Thanks so
sweet
Look at that. So
action.
Our podcast is enabling backpacking, even as we speak.
I like that she used that term that she's backpacking because I bet she has said it more than just in that email.
She may not have used the term backpacking, but I'm sure she's discussed I'm sure they've got a name for what they're doing, the long-term relationship thing. I mean, the long-distance relationship thing. That's twice now that I've made that Freudian slip, equating long-term relationship with long-distance relationship. I do not have cold feet. I am not getting antsy.
I don't remember if it was the last episode or the episode before that. You said something that was relationship-oriented and about not being in a relationship, but you meant that you were in a relationship or something like that, where you meant you were in a relationship, but it was like a Freudian slip.
Where I said that I wasn't?
Yeah, but it wasn't like that's just an example. That's not what.
Right. No, I got you.
And my wife pointed it out, and I'd already.
I don't know. I'll have to go back and listen. No, I'm not about to shake Honey Bun off, though. Although her parents are moving up here close.
Yeah.
And today, Christmas decorations got mentioned. And all of a sudden I did get like, whoa, Christmas a long time off. Like,
I don't know what the expiration date is.
yeah, it wasn't like, it's not like I don't anticipate being with her at Christmas time. I don't know, it was a very claustrophobic feeling suddenly.
Look, if you're making plans that fall between 30 and 90 days, just put me down for a maybe.
Another listener email here. I don't know what to call this girl. She's a sweetheart. She's a big fan of mine.
The groupie.
Hey, there you go. That one groupie. There you go. She is one groupie. There you go. All right. So this comes from one groupie. She writes on our Facebook page, which, by the way, you can find at facebook.com/2guys1pod. Find our website, 2guys1pod.com. Buy something from Amazon through the links. That'd be awesome. So this from one groupie. I just legit squeed You can look that up on Urban Dictionary if you're not familiar with the word squeed, S-Q-U-E-E-D. You know.
Laugh so hard you peed yourself?
No, I don't know. Is that what it means?
I mean, I would like squill and peed, like that makes squeed, right? So you laugh so hard you peed a little bit.
I haven't thought about it like that. I've used the word squee before. I did not mean it to be pee on myself.
I mean, I don't know. We might need to look it up.
You should. You look it up on Urban Dictionary while I'm reading this. Okay, so anyway, she says, I squeed when you guys started talking about Adam Dale. I've always enjoyed supporting local musicians, and she's no lie on that. Everything she posts on Facebook, not everything, but a lot of times she's posting because she's from some, club listening to live music around here. She goes to see a bunch of different musicians. And he's one of my favorites. Podcast was awesome as usual. Also, let me just go ahead here and add, although I'm going to show my age, that my first celebrity crush was Ricky Schroeder. That's a pretty good one. Yeah.
Really?
Too clean cut, you think?
He just doesn't do anything for me.
Well, first of all, you and I are both straight men. He is a man, so he's not supposed to do anything for us.
Dude.
We've talked about beautiful men before. Brad Pitt does it for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I would pay that man just to watch him eat.
All right, fair enough. So Ricky Schroeder, you wouldn't give him any money to mange, huh?
I wouldn't wave to get him to cross the street. Like, I don't even want people to know I know that dude.
Little Ricky Schroeder. What was he even on? He was on, I don't know, what was his show back?
He was a kid. He was a
he was a child star.
Yeah, he was a child star, but he had
Not Growing Pains, though.
He as an adult, he's had kind of a revival.
He was on NYPD Blue, right?
Possible.
I think that's what he was on. He played a cop, I know that, in whatever he came back as. So he'll go up on the Facebook page as well, under the listener submissions for celeb hotties.
Only if you put Brad Pitt up there, too.
Somebody submitted that?
I just did.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
I got to bounce those scales, man.
All right.
I don't know. I have a thing.
So I thought it was cool, though, that somebody wrote in that quickly saying, hey, I love Adam Dale, too, because we mentioned it just last week.
Look. I said I knew him growing up. I didn't say I liked the guy.
You like the guy.
No,
That's
I do.
right.
I love Adam.
But no, I mean, it's Monday now. We're recording this episode on Monday. The thing just went up yesterday. We've already gotten that feedback. I was like, hey, that's awesome. I texted you about it. You trumped me.
Speaking of spontaneous, this is the definition of squeed.
Oh, okay, cool.
Where a person has spontaneously squilled whilst urinating simultaneously, generally referred to in the past tense and brought about by intense, unexpected excitement of a non-sexual nature, resulting in loss of bladder and vocal control.
Wow. Okay. Well, in retrospect, then, that's disturbing that you posted that on our Facebook page.
I also feel that I read that really well on the first time.
You did.
I never get this shit right.
Your UrbanDictionary.com definitions are always pretty terrible on the first go.
Yeah, they are. And also,
it's golf clap.
And also, I'm not saying, I don't know if what she did.
She probably didn't really
qualified
herself,
as. No. Even if she did, I don't think it qualifies as squeeing.
Okay.
Only because I would assume she finds Adam a little attractive.
A little sexy.
And if she does, then it can't be an intense, unexpected excitement of a non-sexual nature.
There you go. She got the hots for Adam. She couldn't have squeed. There's a different word for that.
Maybe she squammed. And if that's not a word, damn it should be.
I agree. So I was saying, I got all excited less than 24 hours after we posted the episode, and I'm like, hey, yeah, we heard back, and they like Adam Dale, too. Look at that coincidence.
Yeah, you're like, hey, look at this. But I can one-up you.
Yeah.
So I literally do not talk about the podcast to people I know, to friends.
Well, you're anonymous.
Yeah, I don't. The only time I ever really talk about doing this, is when we're in here or with you.
And our significant others.
Right.
Yeah.
It's literally about the only time I talk about it.
Yeah.
So just out of the blue today, in fact, our last text message was July 31st. We hadn't communicated since July 31st.
8 months.
8 months.
Oh, I was thinking January 31st. It's been almost a month.
You mathed real bad.
Yeah, I'm math terrible.
The last time we talked,
I didn't go to public school, other guy.
yeah. So the last time we communicated was literally July 31st. It's almost a month.
Right.
So out of nowhere he says, "So Y'all got a podcast. That's awesome news, man. Love podcasts. I'll have to start listening. I've never mentioned it to him.
It was odd that it came up out of the blue.
Yeah.
Odd that you got a text message from him out of the blue. Definitely odd that the conversation started midstream about a topic that you didn't remember discussing with him. Yes.
Correct. To which I replied, didn't I tell you about it? ? We pimped you out on the last episode. Also looking to use some of your music as our outro. And he goes on, wow, that's great, man. I've been talking about starting one for about a year now. I got tagged in a post, and the post was connected to a soundbite. So I listened. And halfway through it, it clicked in my brain. It was your voice. Ha! Good times, man. That's so much fun.
Oh, that's awesome. So he started listening to it just like, oh, hey, they somebody promoted me.
Yeah, he didn't know it was me. Right.
And then all of a sudden he's like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I know the other guy.
Yeah.
That one right there. The other one. Yes.
Which just tickled me.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He also says we're welcome to use any of his music that we wanted. And next time he's in town, we might get him in the studio.
Yeah, whenever he's coming, the next time he's going to do a show, we'll make sure and bring him in. That'll be awesome. So I listened to a little bit of his music earlier today. You were telling me he played one of the songs at your wedding. Not like during the ceremony, but that was the song you and your wife danced to. Yeah,
during the ceremony, he played a song he had written back in high school.
Right.
You know, when we were still in high school. So I thought it was cool to be able to take like that chapter of my life before I even knew my wife.
And bring it to the service.
And it's a really good song. And then at the reception, the first song that we danced to, he played.
It's called I Want to Buy You a Ring.
Yeah.
And it'll be the outro music to this week's episode, as a matter of fact. If you want links for Adam Dale, you can go to our website, twoguysonepod.com. We'll have links where you can buy his music, check it out on YouTube and other places. We'll have him linked to hell and back. Don't forget, check out our website, twoguysonepod.com. You can, of course, catch up on back episodes. You can subscribe in iTunes, write us a review. Good or bad, shit on us in public. We don't mind, as long as we get to hear it and respond to it. We'll eviscerate you if it's appropriate. Email us, twoguysonepod@me.com. You've got movie suggestions or celeb confidants or any of the stuff that we've talked about during this episode. I feel like I'm forgetting something big.
I think we need to do a what if or get to know these guys, even if we don't use it, just to have it in the can, because our schedules are getting...
Shit, we've already done an hour, dude. I got laundry and shit to do. We need to go.
Way to sacrifice.
I'm sorry, man. So yes, on the website, check out the Amazon links. Whenever you shop Amazon, you can follow those links and do so, and send us a few shekels along the way. We would appreciate that. You can also support us with a PayPal account if you want to. Just send in $1 or $2 if you feel like we're funny, worth paying for. iTunes review or just sharing it with a friend is just as good, though. So thanks for any of that. Until next time, I suppose, I'm one guy.
And I'm the other.
And this has been the podcast.
Everybody's working for their dollar, and everybody's scrounging for change. Gonna buy them some expensive new items, but I just want to buy you a ring. Can't afford no hilltop mansion, I will never buy you a plane. All I can afford is love and affection. And I just want to buy you a ring. A girl of your capacity deserves so much more than me, but I guess I can't complain. Do you see the way the city lights are sparkling for you tonight? I wanna buy you this city so you can wear it on your hand. No, I may never be a rich man. I know I damn sure won't be a king, but I'll always be a music making, country loving boy that still wants to buy you away. Well, I want to buy you.
I'm going to do one real dark and gravelly next time. I'm just going to be a curmudgeon like, and I'm the other.